At Total Pharmacy Care, we fill your prescriptions and answer any questions about your medications. No distractions and no long lines. Tell your doctor to send your prescriptions to Total Pharmacy Care. Welcome back to another episode of the Unwired Appalachia podcast, Season 2, Episode 3.
King Griffey Jr.
Here's
another one, Rex Chapman. King Rex.
Yeah, Rex Chapman. Now, I think Odell Beckham at LSU. How about that one for you? Nobody saw that coming. Anyway, we're back at the Appalachian Wireless Arena this week, and we want to take a second to thank our sponsors, Bruce Walters. Bruce Walters just updated the pricing on all of their new inventory. Go check them out, brucewaltersford.net. Best place around to buy a car. Be sure if you're in the market for a new car, go see those guys.
Also, we're brought to you by Presbyterian Homes of Cedar Creek and Good Shepherd at Phelps. If you're looking for quality care for loved ones, look no further than Presbyterian Homes of Cedar Creek and Good Shepherd at Phelps. Both facilities treat your loved ones with care and respect. They offer therapy, daily activities, exquisite cuisine, and home-like settings to make your family members feel at home. Call to schedule an appointment. Today at Cedar Creek, call Jessica Thacker at 432-8243, and at Good Shepherd, call 456-8725. Caring for your loved ones is what we do best.
And make sure to get online and give us a like, a subscribe, a comment, a follow on YouTube, Twitter, all of the social media platforms at Unwired Appalachia, Unwired App. And you'll be able to keep up with all of the postings of scores from all the games, all the articles these guys are coming out with, and tons of highlights and pictures. These guys do a great job out at these games every Friday night. They get some incredible content, so be sure to follow us on all of the social media platforms. And the gang's all here again. My guy, Senior Marketing Director from the Appalachian Wireless Arena, and maybe some people don't know, resident fantasy football shyster over here.
Mr. Trade.
Mr. Joshua Kesler, Randy White, regional sports editor. Man, I got those two out. I thought I was going to muddle them up. Regional sports editor, Randy White of the Appalachian newspapers, and Josh Blankenship, staff writer.
He shorted Josh, I feel like.
No, what? I was getting ready to come with some. You cut me off. Listen, Josh Blankenship, amazing sports writer for the Appalachian newspapers. Be sure to check out this guy's columns. I just slung my pen.
He is so excited. He's throwing pins around and everything.
So
that has to mean football season's here, right?
It's got to be football season. And listen, it's hard to believe. So we got what? Week 3 of the high school season
just
behind
wrapped
us.
up.
We got week 2 of the college and week 1 of the NFL under our belt. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you don't love this time of year as a sports fan, I mean, you should definitely check your pulse because this is like the most exciting time of the year. And just jumping straight into the real quick little recap of the weekend in the Arena Fantasy Football League. Myself and Mr. Kesler locked horns. And listen, I was spanking him hard until last night. Kamara had a good game for you. No. Alvin Kamara had a great game. Did you end up with a win this week?
I lost. I fell 128 something to 124 something. So
A draft grade. What did I tell you about that? Got an A in the draft.
You never know.
And it's week 1, so there's no reason to hit the fan over anything. So I mean, there's still plenty of time to rebound. It's week 1.
Yeah, but I feel and Mr. Trader are trying to work on a trade, I think.
Yeah, but my Shasty trade partner won his game.
That's true. So shout out to Peyton Cotterman, won this week.
Yeah, there you go.
That's unbelievable. It's crazy how that worked
You're welcome, Peyton.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
That is unbelievable. And listen, we've got, a lot of stuff to talk about this week, but we'll start out, right away with UK football. UK got the win over Eastern Michigan this past weekend, but suffered a huge loss with Terry Wilson.
Yeah, that's tough to
going
watch.
Down for the year. You hate to see that because, it was tough to get exactly how much he had progressed from last season to this season, just with like 2 games under his belt. He was looking better.
Yeah, he was showing signs. I thought he was playing really well. And that tackle, that horse collar.
Yeah.
You never want to see that. That's the dangers of those tackles. That's why they try to eliminate that. It's just one of those unfortunate things when you're running a ball and somebody hits you high and brings you down like that. all of his momentum went straight down. So at the time we knew it was bad because he was getting carted off. Didn't know how bad, and then the next day it comes out he's going to miss the rest of the season.
Yeah, you were hoping for the best. We definitely wish Terry Wilson the best, but guess what? Sawyer Smith era has begun.
Hey, you got to get behind him now. Hopefully, let's see what he can do.
On Florida week.
On Florida week.
Listen, straight into the deep end, man. No kiddie pool on this one. You're straight into a and listen, regardless of how absolute garbage we know Felipe Franks is as a quarterback.
Well, I was getting ready to ask you the question. Who would you rather have without even seeing him?
Listen, I'll take anybody over Felipe Franks. I'll take Isaac McNamee over Felipe Franks, and I'm dead serious about that.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I am not a Felipe Franks fan at all.
He's a terrible quarterback, but we know this about Florida. Florida's going to have athletes on defense. They're going to have athletes all over the field.
Yep. Third defensive backfield is always good.
Yeah, they're going to have pros all over.
Linemen, quick linebackers.
So, I think they lean heavily on the run this week. Cavassier Smoke looked great against Eastern Michigan.
Although the throws that we did get to see from Sawyer looked pretty good. Like he can throw it around.
It was just a small sample size of what we got to see. I mean, that was happened in the second half, and what little he got to play, I thought he looked good. He made some good throws, good reads, ran offense well.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I mean, we're going to be – at least it's at home. At least he doesn't have to go to the swamp.
And speaking of that, the Kentucky-Florida game, if you look, Florida's an 8-point favorite, and to me, that seems like a lot because Florida, in that first game of the season did not look good at all.
Well, and you wonder what that line would be if Terry Wilson.
It's probably down to 3 or 2 or something like that.
You would think it would be lower if Terry Wilson and Kentucky was coming in to this game fully healthy and we weren't starting a backup quarterback who, listen, the last time he played outside of Kentucky was for Toledo, so we kind of don't know. But that'll take us right into Talking Picks, the new segment that we do every week, which, by the way, real quickly, just let me brag a little bit because I was so horrible at this last year. Right at the top of the leaderboard after week, 3?
After 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, you are 9-3. You went 9-3 last week, 17-7 overall.
You can't see that guy. I know you can't see it, but that's me. Number one.
At the top.
I hope I didn't just jinx myself, but you know what? If I did, I probably definitely. Listen, I hold out very.
There we are.
All three of us are down here.
Yeah, I heard there was a pretty handsome redhead at the bottom that's working his way up the board.
You talking about Steve LeMaster? Redhead.
Oh my god!
Oh
my god!
Is that at 12? Yeah, 12.
I feel confident in bragging a little bit because I hold out no hope that that's going to last because I know myself. And I know about, but listen, I just want to say LSU.
That was a good pick.
They look great.
They look really good. That was a shootout at the end.
Yeah, they look great.
That was a shootout at the end. But
so listen, big win. We'll jump right into the high school picks that we have for this week. Raceland comes to Pikeville to play the Panthers. Big game.
Yeah, two of the best teams in Class A. Pikeville's ranked number 1 overall, coming over a 9-8 win over Paintsville. That's the game I was at the other night. Just a crazy, crazy game. Paintsville was not going to let Pikeville beat them deep. And Pikeville used a field goal in the second half to get the win. I mean, they basically held on, and then at the end, John Collum comes up with a big pick. I mean, Pikeville's looking good, but, I mean, Paintsville looked really good too. So, I mean, what a great game that was, third week of the season to see a game. That's a state championship caliber game right there.
Well, and that's such a rivalry, the two independent schools playing against each other. When I first saw the score, I was like, is it baseball season still?
Yeah. Little fun fact. They've been playing since 1925. It was their 88th meeting.
Wow. That's actually really awesome.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, listen, as somebody who went to Pikeville High School, I can tell you, man, they get up for the Paintsville week. Always get up for the Paintsville week. So, Raceland comes to town this week, and that's a rematch of the playoffs 2 years ago,
2 years ago, state semifinals. So, Raceland won that one, but Pikeville beat them last year in the regular season, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, but I mean it's still a big game in the regular season this year. I took Pikeville.
All right, Pikeville get back on track. Josh Kesler.
I took Pikeville.
I also have Pikeville. I think John Collum's going to come out and really ball. I think Pikeville's offense will put up a bunch of points. I think they'll be tough to stop.
I mean, it's a clean sweep on the table. I made I I always pick Pikeville. I think very few times do I pick against Pikeville, so I got Pikeville in this one too. We'll see. Do they rebound and put up more points on the board this week?
Yeah, they're going to put up. Look for them to put up close to 50, I would imagine.
Well, one time I did pick against Pikeville, they proved me dead wrong. So
That was
I
tough.
don't know if I'll
tough.
do it.
Well, you can't poke the bull like that and expect
can't
it.
do
But you know what? That was a few weeks ago, and then we'll move on. Russell at Lawrence.
I went Russell. I mean, both of these teams are in Class 3A. They're probably both in the top 10, probably both the latter part of the top 10. But Russell's undefeated right now. Lawrence County's only got one loss, and it was to a good Paintsville team.
Yeah.
But I'm going Russell.
I thought Lawrence come out ahead. I went Lawrence.
Got
Yeah,
a really good
I went
quarterback.
Lawrence as well. I don't really know much about either of these two teams, so I'm just kind of shot in the dark here.
And I am pretty sure I went Lawrence as well. I don't
You did.
remember this pick.
You did.
Yes, I went Lawrence County as well. And we'll see what ends up happening. On to NCAA Week 3. See, I'm getting my NCAA and my college mixed up. Right? No, I said
NCAA
NCAA and
high
high school mixed up.
Yeah.
First game, listen, red hot, North Carolina Tar Heels right
Yeah.
now. By the way, Mac Brown's got North Carolina playing real good.
Yeah, and if you look at it, Wake's a 3-point favorite, at which, I don't see it. I went North Carolina because North Carolina is just playing lights out.
Wake Forest.
I agree with what both of y'all said. I took North Carolina in this one.
Yeah, I mean, I took North Carolina too. I guess I understand because Wake's the home team, and that's an in-state rivalry. But first couple of weeks of the season, man, Mac Brown's got North Carolina playing some good football.
Some real good football.
So we'll see. And then we've got NC State at the Mountaineers at West Virginia.
I believe I went West Virginia. I did go West Virginia.
I did the same. West Virginia.
I think I took NC State in this.
You did.
And then I think I took I took West Virginia. I usually know these, but I took West Virginia. I don't love that. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, NC State 6.5-point favorite. I probably should have taken NC State in that one, but you know what? I ride with who I took in the moment. God, there's no way I'm saying go Mountaineers. Sorry, I just can't get it out. Stanford at Central Florida. Central Florida 7.5-point favorite. Stanford coming off a bad loss against USC.
That's a tough trip across country,
Yeah.
too. I went Central Florida.
The Knights, man. Central Florida.
I got Stanford. I watched them play the other week. I kind of like the way they play. I think they'll be okay.
Here's another one I'm having a little bit of regret on because I actually took Stanford in this one, and my thinking at the time was I don't think they'll win two or lose two in a row.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like now I should have taken Central Florida, but I took Stanford in this game. We'll move on to Iowa State at Iowa. Big game, Iowa 2-point favorite. Always a fun game to watch, Iowa and Iowa State. So who you got?
I went Iowa State.
I took Iowa.
I'll take Iowa too.
Yeah, I took the Hawkeyes in this one. It's a tough place. Both of those places are tough places.
You
to
never
play.
know. You never know.
So, anytime it's a game like that, I'm going to probably take the home team. So I got Iowa to win this one. And then the last one, Sawyer Smith era begins. Florida at Kroger Field to play Kentucky.
I went Kentucky.
Don't get mad, Wes.
Wes
I'm
can't
not gonna
get mad.
I'm
Because he
not gonna
did
get
the
mad.
same thing as you.
Yeah, I'm not going to get mad.
He did the same
Did
thing.
the same thing.
Listen, I did not want to pick Florida. I picked Florida in this game, but it's only because every time I've made a pick, I've been wrong. So I went with the opposite formula. Who I wanted to pick, I didn't pick. I picked the other team.
Solid
He's hoping for a
strategy.
win. He's hoping for a win.
It's solid
That's not
strategy.
I love it.
That's not bad. I picked with my heart last year, and I was pretty close to last place. I'm trying to win this thing this year. I mean
Use the head
business.
this time.
I had another.
And as much as it just absolutely breaks my heart, and I hope that they prove me wrong,
So you want to get the
I
chomp
too.
toe?
Is he gonna get the chop?
I'm not doing that. But I picked Florida. And that just hurts me to my core, but I did pick Florida. And then let's just stop talking about that because it's completely bumming me out right now. And now moving into NFL Sunday, we've got Minnesota at Green Bay. Green Bay 2.5-point favorites and looked real good first week of the season.
I did not
Defense
think,
looked
defense.
good.
I'll
Defense
take
looked good.
that. Now the offense looked.
featuring Zadarius Smith, former Wildcat.
And my
shout-out.
reaction kind of tells you who I picked. Minnesota all the way. I thought they looked really good opening week, so I went Minnesota.
Did you need that?
No, you're good.
No, go.
No, I know who I went with. I went with
Okay.
Diggs and the Vikings. That's what I went with.
Yeah, good.
Hopefully he has a good game.
I can't see who I picked. I don't remember.
We should know these, but barely.
Yeah, for real. Oh, I took Minnesota. Okay, yeah. I thought I liked the way their offense played. So
And I was on. Listen, I'm on Minnesota. I like them to. I like Minnesota to possibly win that division, but this week I like Green Bay. I was just impressed with how their defense played week 1, and I expect Aaron Rodgers to get it figured out up there on offense.
Minnesota just looked really good. Week
Minnesota's
1, so.
really good. It should be a good game. So far, good game.
Good defense, good offense.
Yeah.
well, I think Dalvin Cook's a baller.
He had a
Well, there's
big
no
game.
doubt about
Big
that.
game.
And great receiving core with
Thielen did
Minnesota
great
too.
too.
Yeah. Great receiving core in Minnesota. It's just too bad they got Kirk Cousins thrown to them.
Yeah.
New Orleans at the Rams. Rams are 2.5-point favorites, which
I went New Orleans. I know I picked the Rams for the Super Bowl, but I went New Orleans. I have no idea why. It was just a feeling.
Saints, baby. Let's do it.
There we go.
took the Rams.
Oh, it did.
Who hurt
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
So did
I
I.
like the Rams. I think the
I
Rams
picked
are one of
them
the
for Super
actually
Bowl
more complete
pick.
teams in the NFL.
Yeah, I like the Rams at home in this game. New Orleans didn't look great in the first half last
No.
night.
Well, and I'll say this: the fact that they don't have to start Todd Gurley the whole time and lean on him the whole way
Todd
through.
Gurley still had a good game. He
Well,
didn't
yeah,
get in the
yeah,
end zone,
but
but,
But the fact that they can
Talking
give him
from
the
the
ball
guy
in
who has Todd
spurts
Gurley.
and he's able to just keep doing business.
Yeah,
like
they're not completely relying on Todd Gurley. Jared Goff's played well. They've got good receivers
Yeah.
and tight ends. The line blocks well for running and passing, and they've got a pretty good stable of running backs in that backfield that they can rely on to get it done.
it's a good offense.
Yeah, it's good
Gurley's
offense.
pretty much just like the closing pitcher for him.
Yeah,
Like he just
I mean,
comes in, seals the deal.
When he's healthy, he's one of the top 2 or 3 backs in the league. So.
100%. New Orleans, I took the Rams in this game. I expect New Orleans to be fine. I'm pretty sure I made them my Super Bowl pick last week. But this week they get beat by the Rams in L.A. Moving on, Philadelphia at Atlanta. Philly is a 2.5-point favorite, which I love that. Who you got?
I went Philly. I thought they looked good opening week.
Falcons.
I went Philly.
Yeah, I went Philly too, man. I wouldn't be surprised to see Atlanta get that win, but I think Philadelphia.
Carson Wentz.
They're
third
Fly,
round.
Eagles fly, baby.
Yeah,
I'm
what
not even an
do
Eagles
they
fan.
do if he goes down? Foles is
done.
done. By
They're-
the way, he's hurt. I
If
think
Wentz
now.
goes down, they're done too. So
yeah. I mean, he's gone, but
Yeah.
he's now hurt.
yeah, he's
also.
hurt. First week of the season, he got hurt.
We'll skip this and we'll go straight to Indy at Tennessee. Tennessee with a beatdown.
Speaking of Tennessee, exactly.
Yeah.
The Browns, just like Delaney Walker said afterwards, the Browns are who we thought they were. That's what we were saying before the season. Like, I didn't understand why everybody was picking the Browns for everything. I actually got one. That was one of the few games I got right last week. And since then, I'm riding Tennessee against Indy.
Yeah, close game until the second half, but the Browns absolutely collapsed.
They just
absolutely
the ball didn't
collapsed.
move. The defense was giving up bad penalties, stupid
Yeah.
penalties. I mean, just
Horrible
not disciplined.
penalties.
18 penalties for 180 yards.
And I don't know how many personal fouls the defensive end gets kicked out of the
Yeah.
game for kicking a dude. I
Yeah.
mean,
Kessler, who we got?
I picked Tennessee. I did.
Yeah, I think Tennessee just keeps rolling.
Yeah, Mike Vrabel's got Tennessee playing well.
yeah, I like them.
The question comes down, they've got a really good defense. They've got a lot of good skill players on offense. The question is, what do they get? Do they get good play out of Marcus Mariota all year?
Well, if-
Ryan Tannehill is
If Derrick Henry keeps running the ball the way he is,
Yes,
then that makes
exactly.
Mariota's job a lot easier.
He
That's
killed
true.
it in my fantasy league.
and I saved it for last. San Francisco 49ers coming to Paul Brown Stadium to play the Bengals. The Bengals are 2-point favorites
Hey,
and should have won week
I
one.
picked
I
them
might
week
point out.
1, and, a lot of people were saying that they had a shot to be the worst team in the league. I didn't see it. I think we got talent all over the field. And once AJ gets back, I think as long as we're not 0-4 by the time he gets back, I think we're in good shape. But, there was chances to win that game up at Seattle on the road, tough place to play. I went Cincinnati in this one.
I did too. I think the Bengals are going to be better than the Browns.
I got Groff in the 49ers.
Hey, I mean, I don't hate that. The Bengals definitely – listen, Seattle's arguably the hardest place to play in the NFL.
And one thing, John Ross finally showed up. That's what we've been waiting for 2 years now.
Yeah, John Ross, and we knew, like, going into the season, reading some of these articles and stuff, you knew they were going to work him more into offense. The guy's got a chance to be a real, legit top-tier weapon with his speed.
And
Well, I mean, it's a game
put it on
changer.
the-
Like,
yeah.
It was on display Sunday. I mean, you
Yeah.
know, there's a few plays here and there, some fourth down conversions they didn't make, some penalties here and there. You know, that you get one of those field goals instead of going for fourth and short, and you probably walk in there with a win.
Yeah. So I've got the Bengals, too. I think they go to 1-1 after they beat the San Francisco 49ers this Sunday in Cincinnati. And coming back, we've got a loaded fall and into the holiday season here at the Appalachian Wireless Arena. Josh, give us a little bit of a taste of some of the things we got coming up.
Wes, I hope you like working 24/7 because that's about what you're going to get.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep here.
We were going to have a cot in the floor, and
Yeah.
that's where we're going to be living.
That's right.
We start out September 22nd. We got Daryl Scott. If you're not familiar with Daryl Scott, Never Leave Harlan Alive. Great singer. He comes to the Appalachian Center for the Arts September 22nd. You don't want to miss that. That's on 2nd Street. Don't miss it. Also, we've got a night with Janis Joplin, September 30th, right here at the Appalachian Wireless Arena. Still available for that one. Black Label Society, folks were asking for a metal show. By golly, we came out and made sure that there was a metal show with the Black Dahlia Murder and Alien Weaponry. Yes, Alien Weaponry's blowing up. They're huge right now, and they're going to be with these guys. So it's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. October 2nd, that is coming up. So definitely get your tickets quick for that one. That is a general admission show.
Yeah.
We've got Hoptoberfest coming October the 5th. All kinds of awesome craft beers. Probably going to be over 100 this year. We've got VIP price and general admission prices, so definitely get those tickets. Definitely, if you're, of course, interested, people watching this interested in being a sponsor, definitely contact us on that too.
Yep.
That's still available. Newsboys United, Greatness of Our God Tour. I love how I went from craft beer to religion. That's okay though. That's
Seamless.
That's okay.
Seamless, though,
Hey,
the way you did it.
It rolled.
We
It
have to
rolled.
give stuff for everybody, right?
That's why he's the
Exactly.
best.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Here's the
Appeal
thing.
to the masses.
There we go. Newsboys United, Greatness of Our God Tour with Ryan Stevenson, Adam Agee, and Kevin Max, October 20th. Definitely get your tickets for that. Group rates are available. Of course, group rates 10 or more, so definitely get your tickets. Bring out the youth group. Bring out all the folks. Have a big church event with us with the Newsboys. Charlie Daniels Band with special guests Kentucky Headhunters and Kyle Daniel, October 26th. You don't want to miss that one. Devin went down to Georgia. Dumas Walker, all the great hits from those guys. You definitely don't want to miss that one. Chris Jansen, November 16th, with special guests to be announced. Stay tuned for that one. That one will be announced very, very fast, so just hold on tight. $28.50 for those tickets. Those are super dirt cheap for Chris Jansen. He's blowing up on all the radio right now. He is a top performer as far as all of his hit songs. So definitely check out Chris Jansen. Blackstone Cherry and the Lax. The Lax are blowing up. They just come out with a new song that got like ungodly amount of views on YouTube. So definitely, if you're not familiar with the Lax, check them out. Blackstone Cherry. And our third band will be announced October 7th. That's coming very soon. Harlem Globetrotters, December 13th. You can't go wrong with the Globetrotters. 95 years of quality, pure entertainment. Can't go wrong with those guys. Come out and have a good time. Last but certainly not least, a show that's getting ready to be put out here on sale. Brantley Gilbert, the Fired Up Tour. Yes, I struggled with that one. The Fired Up Tour. That would be for 2020 with Dylan Scott and Brandon Lay. That'll be a great time. That is February 29th. Yes, it's Fired Up Tour with a T, and I'm not going to butcher that. Come out to that one. That'll be great.
Fired up. And
Fired
also,
up.
listen, speaking of fired up,
Fired
some
up?
of the stuff that's coming
Where are we from?
that hasn't
Fired up. Fired up.
Listen,
boys. Fired up.
some of the stuff that's coming up that's yet to be announced,
Yes.
you're going to want to keep your ear to the ground because there is some cool stuff.
Can I give a
coming up.
teaser?
Sure.
Okay, so the teaser is before the month's over, we will have two shows. One of our shows will be our Hillbilly Day show.
Ooh, that's got to be a big one.
I promise you those seats will not last long. And we will have our New Year's show. Yes, it's a concert. Yes, it's awesome. Yes, you will. I've already told people on the radio, you're going to headbutt your own mama. So that one will be awesome. You definitely don't want to miss that one either.
Yeah, it's,
You
listen,
will. Straight mama headbutt.
It's
Regular
a
Nancy better look out, boys.
yeah, a lot of stuff coming up. So keep your ear to the ground. Come get some tickets for all of these things that we've got lined up here at the Appalachian Wireless Arena. Make sure to check out what these two guys are putting out in the Appalachian newspapers, covering all these local sports. These guys are really out here at all these games, man. They're putting in some serious work. So be sure to check it out. And be sure to go online. Give us a like.
Yeah.
Give us a subscribe. Throw a comment down there. You know, check. Hey, and
It's
listen,
not hard to do, is it?
It's not hard. And it just lets us know that you're watching. That's it. And we appreciate that kind of thing. And then, also, all of the highlights and stuff are on YouTube. So anything that you want to check out, anything like that,
Corey's got a big thing he's working on too that's going to come out
Uh-oh.
near basketball season. So we'll give a little teaser ourselves. Corey's got something really cool in the works.
What we're trying to say is we have you covered on all of this stuff. So just go on to all of the social media.
Anything. We got you.
And check it out. So we'll be back for another episode next week. That I can promise you. We'll be talking a whole lot more college football, a whole lot more NFL, local high school football. I'll be making terrible picks. You can guarantee that. And these guys will be sitting right beside me. So be sure to tune in next week. And thanks for joining us. Unwired Appalachia.
Boom.
I just gave the OK symbol.
I gave the horns. What are you talking about?